it seems that like higher productivity and technology has freed up time for the average person. And I think if you look at the stats going back to the 50s and 60s and stuff, there are more free time now than there were in the past. But rather than using the extra time for leisure or even to become more productive, I find that we've used it to become busy, almost like what social psychologists call an idleness aversion. And, part of it, I think, is what you touched on earlier on, that, in society, there is a reduction in physical work that has a clear start and stop, and cognitive work or working with our brains, as you referred to, is more prevalent now. And in a way, that's work that never ends. And, it seems at an extreme that those who have the most leisure are least equipped to use it. And I was just interested about how we can reconcile that idea that, that time doesn't, make room in your day, and we have to make room for it and then utilize that time in a certain way.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much there about leisure and rest and instrumentalism and all the rest of it. So I don't know. I'll just sort of say some things that come to mind, and you can tell me if they're what you want to talk about. But yeah, I think it's in the nature of the kind of work that we do and the ways in which we try to do that work and to get more of that work done, that you create these kind of bottomless pits of activity that work just colonizes every moment of the day. There are no boundaries anymore, and there's always going to be more work, and there's the technological possibility to send emails in bed at 11 o'clock at night, and therefore it's hard to set up the buffers to not do so. And I think that in the end, you have to take some kind of approach to managing time and using time that is sort of fixed volume, I call it, and other people have called it, right? You have to sort of, instead of saying, these are all the tasks I'm going to get done today, and then I'm going to go and, go for a walk in the park, you have to say, this is the amount of time I'm going to work for today, and then I'm going to go for a walk in the park. And, it's harder for people in certain jobs where the pressure to stay to a certain time might be very intense.